landscape, what do you notice that's missing from where we were walking before when we started? I don't see any.
Boulders.
I don't see any boulders on the surface. You're right. So this is most likely not till. What's our other option?
Guys, over here.
If it's glacial material. Outwash. So when you dig down, you don't hit any boulders down here. You hit just this. It's just very sandy. Really nice clean sands, we call that. It doesn't have any of that, of the fine materials. So it doesn't get your hands as dirty. Real quick, what horizon is this at the surface? We got a little bit of a no horizon. There's not too much here because probably there's not a lot of organic matter coming in, but like this much of it is organic matter. That's the no horizon. And then down below you have, what comes next? An A horizon. So this is a pretty thin A horizon. I was talking before about having the plowed layers. This probably wasn't plowed or hasn't been plowed recently. So you have just this little A horizon here where it's really dark. You have a little bit of this lighter color. What's that horizon? An E. Yeah, you have a little bit of that E where the organic matter has gone out of that area and the iron, and it's gone into this down here where it's much redder and much darker. What's that one? B. So you have a nice dark B horizon. You can have more than one. If it changes color like that, you have a really dark B horizon, and then it's still considered a B where it's still got that reddish yellow color all the way down to here. So you can say it's a B1 and a B2 is what we say when we're describing a soil. And then you get all the way down to here where it's just this plain sand. And what's that horizon?
C.
The C. So that's just the parent material. None of that color has developed. It hasn't really weathered. It hasn't been exposed to oxygen enough to have the iron oxidize. And so that's the outwash parent material. It's just those sands and gravels. And that's the color that it is naturally, that it was in place.
So how far down would we have to dig to get to like straight up bedrock?
It depends on where you are in the state. In some areas, you see bedrock right at the surface. If you just look while you're driving around, you'll see areas where it just sticks out. Those are areas where you would dig down in some places and hit it, within a couple meters. Around here, it's probably much deeper because we don't see any areas where it's poking out. If this was a bedrock area, you might see it poking out right here. It's got a little visitor.
Soil scientist.
Do we have any other questions?
Girls would love that.
If there's no more questions, we're going to head back up, and it's time to have a